we have an interesting request. And if you have an interesting request, or you just got money and a really boring request, as long as you give me money, I'm a whore. I will answer your question for you, whether it's interesting or boring. But I like interesting ones because it gets me through the day. Hey, Cappy, I'd like to remain anonymous. Thanks for answering my impending doom question. It was really eye-opening. My latest question is about dating. I started tango dancing in college, traveling around, training with different pros, and I even started a team at the university that still exists to this day. I also went to win many local competitions and traveled to different tango congresses all over the country where I was easily the top dancer, and girls would run up to dance with me, trying to connect on social media and take videos of themselves dancing with me. I also have about 50,000 followers on a social media platform. I won't say, I don't want to identify you too much. Once we start dropping numbers, people search. Oh my God, he said that. And then you ain't going to have this problem no more. These days, I notice that you often talk about, which is how the dance scenes are now flooded with weird guys trying to get girls and girls seeking attention. It's just not the same anymore. 5 years ago when I joined, it was completely different than now. People actually love to dance. These days, people, mostly guys, join because they see how hot the girls are on YouTube videos. My issue, I've gotten pussy so easily with hot girls like pro dancers, regular hot girls who don't dance but instantly become more attracted to me. They become attracted to how they will look on the dance floor. Let's be very clear about that. They may also be attracted to you. You're not an ugly man based on the description you provide later. But let's be very clear what is at minimum tied for first place, and that is the attention. They will get to be queen bee. Because I was there, man. I was there. I was best swing dancer at one time in my local little. I was the big fish in the little pond, and girls were way out of my league. But that's all it's for. That's all it was for. Where we go? Become instantly more attracted to me once they find out or see my dancing skills. At that point, it becomes almost too easy to sleep with them. The horrors. I remember those times. They were good times. Want to come back to my place? No. Are you saying because I put my foot here, and I put my foot here, and I put my foot there, and I put my foot there, I move your hand here, and I move your torso there, and I twirl you around that way, and then I dip you at the end, you now want to suck my penis? Oh, great. All right. Oh, no, forget. I was going to cure kids' cancer, but the fact I could do that all to a beat, and that makes you want to sleep with me, fine. I have such a jaded view now of dancing. Sorry. This has given me an abundant attitude with women where I truly just don't care anymore. Online dating has also been extremely easy for me because girls see the pic of my dancing, my social media, and the hot girls my pics. Yeah, okay. What you've done is you've made the jump. Not only you've spectacularly succeeded in the ballroom dancing, but you've also now made the jump to internet celebrity or micro internet celebrity. And so now it's like a firestorm. It's feeding off of itself. So now you got gals on the internet. Oh, yeah. You have like the best dating profile ever, I bet. Pick some answer. Okay. I find myself at a loss of interest in women altogether, besides when I'm just horny and want some ass. But as soon as it's over, I just don't care at all and simply want to move on to doing something productive versus spending time with it. Are you saying all your little groupies aren't exactly nuclear engineers and deep Socraterian philosophers? That's a word I just made up. Socraterian. What else would you call people who study Socrates? You saying they're just cute little pieces of ass? Is that what you're saying? Oh my God. Like so amazing. Oh, where are we? I just don't care at all if any chick comes or goes. I just don't care, and it feels off. In fact, I often end up being the one to flake on women these days because before the date or hangout, I stop to think and realize it's not worth my time. It's almost like I know how it will end and don't need the validation anymore of being able to sleep with women. We'll hang out, shoot the shit, spit game. They tell me how much they love my dancing, and they still want to fuck me. I guess we're not advertising or monetizing this channel or this video. This has been 90% of what it's been the past year or two. I'm a shortish guy with very good shape. We'll leave it at that. Girls often fall in love with my body. The horrors. Might be a Marcus Brown. For those who don't know Marcus Brown, he's on the cover of The Black Man's Got Out of Poverty. And we were all hanging out in Chicago one time. And he was tired. We're just having dinner, I think it was. Oh, I got a problem. Oh, what's your problem? Oh, these girls keep showing at my place. What do you mean these girls keep showing up at your place? Well, I'll be at my place, right? We're like, yeah. And these girls will just show up, right? Well, yeah, it's kind of annoying. And they're like, well, are these girls hot? Well, yeah. What do they want? Well, they want to sleep with me. And he was like, oh, this is a bad problem. Like, oh, Marcus, all these hot girls just showing up at your place wanting to have sex with you. And I say, are you all right? Are you okay? And I know, man, they want your body. Oh, it's horrible, man. It's just, I'm making fun. I know it's a problem. But to the outside listeners, they're all laughing now. Maybe that's why my interest is just not there. I've also been red pilled about 2 years ago, which changed my entire existence and the way I live. You have got to worry about Miss Oops, I forgot to take the pill. Or Miss Yes, I totally am on the pill. And oops, I'm not. I mean, you're almost getting to like, if you get to this level of celebrityship and on the dance scene, though I've found women on dance scenes, especially among the ballroom type, more they're not going to have kids. I don't think they want to have kids. But if you got enough social media followers, and they're like, girling out, it's you. You may face like the NBA guys face, where it's like, oops, And I know this about dancing. You can be a great instructor. You could be great, but it's not a ton of money. I mean, a lot of these prizes, you just get a trophy. You don't get no money. So unless times have changed, I don't think there's a lot of money in it. But they think you got the money. So you gotta really be careful with these gals, with the oops and the I'm on the pill type of thing. Is this a normal problem to just stop caring at all about women? What would you recommend to become interested in actually dating and liking women? Is it just I haven't met the right one? Sometimes I just feel out of it when it comes to women, and that I'll never be able to date and appreciate women like regular guys again. Part of me kind of misses the, oh yeah, that giddy feeling. You get like, yeah, I got a date. She's showing up. You get all nervous. Oh God, okay, come on, get in the game, get in the zone. Come on, you got this. Go watch some Cary Grant moves, calm down. All right, yes, Cary Grant. What would Cary Grant do in this city? Hey, calm the fuck down, Clary. Sit your Irish ass down and relax. My goodness, you're too young. You can't even order a drink, so you gotta get it out of your head. All right, this is simpler than it is. It's not psychological or anything like that. It's just economics. Everything has a limit of novelty. You only get so many uses or value or derive so much value out of one particular thing. Give you a very basic example of this way back many, many years ago. I think it was my first economics class. He was teaching us utility. So he had a whole bag of Dolly donuts. Remember this? Any of you guys watch Saturday morning cartoons? You eat the donuts, powdered donuts, little ones. And he says, anyone who wants to come here and eat, come on, I need a volunteer. I volunteered to me because it was free food. He says, all right, what I want you to do is rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. Is how satisfying that one donut was. Like whether it fills me. I was, no, just how much you enjoyed that one donut. I'm like, okay. So I almost ate the whole darn bag, and it would start at 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and then it was 9, 8, and then it started getting negative because I was starting to get sick, but I wanted to be a real cool badass in front of the economics class so the girls might sleep with me. So I almost finished off this whole Dolly bag of powdered donuts. And I knew what he was going for is the concept of utility or marginal utility. That your first drink is good, your second drink, by your third drink, you're sick of that type of drink. You can have your favorite ice cream. Your first scoop is great. Your second scoop is great. But by the fourth or fifth scoop, you're sick of Rocky Road ice cream. And I know it doesn't sound possible because women are so stingy giving it away, except for apparently people like you, which is the irony because you're this high value guy. You're one of the few guys to witness this on the other end. You've been trained your entire life to think, oh, I got to be, oh my God, this is wonderful. I was like, no, man, no, it doesn't matter. What's his name? Ron Jeremy. He's sick of sex. Porn stars are sick of sex. anything. The woman, the love of your life, the love of your dream, you will get annoyed with her. You will, it's like, oh, you again. 25 blissful years of maritable bliss. Yeah, go like me right now. Hope she stays out till 7 because I got work to do. Doesn't mean you don't love them, but you'll get sick of anything. Even your kids, your lovable little kids. Ask any parent, those damn kids out of here. They're happy when the kids go off to grandma. Just novelty. Novelty wears off. All right. Sex, let's just take sex as an example. The most exciting time you ever had sex was likely your first time. Oh, there's maybe been some more honorable mentions, maybe not, but it's like, wow. Then you have it, and then you get old like us. You have it, and like, you know what it's about. So there's even this unknown, like, oh, what's it like? You know, I mean, I think kids' expectations of Disney World is up here, and maybe it only matches up here, but nothing is up to its expectations. But yeah, man, you've had enough sex. You ate enough donuts. Now, just practice this. Just go without sex for 2 months. Don't jerk off. Okay, you know what? Let me take that. I take that back. Jerk off if you want. But don't have sex with no girls. Just go 2 months without it. You know, girls say, where you been? What are you doing? Oh, I'm working on this. I got to work on this project. It's nothing to do with dance, but I want to keep it just work on this thing. And just, I don't know, read books. Take a break. I mean, is there a hobby you want to do aside from banging women? There's got to be. I just want to fish. There was even I think the Simpsons did a joke with Spuds McKenzie where Spud McKenzie, like, this is going way back. He's like, no, man, you don't understand. I can't stand the partying anymore. I don't want to do it. Just let me take a nap. I want to go to church. You're just sick of sex. That's all. Take a break. I love sushi, but after another, I don't need no more sushi. I don't want no more sushi. And that's I almost guarantee that's what it is, man. It's just that it's such a rare thing because and I remember being, a really great ballroom dancer and instructor, and I was in front of tons of women. Now you got the internet. You're like, well, you're much better in shape than I was back then too. But you got the internet now. So now it's kind of like the reverse. Now you know what it's like to be a woman. Like you got the internet, everyone's fanboying you, except it's fangirling now. You got this amazing skill. Every girl can see you. You got yourself in great shape. You're everything every girl wanted. Yeah, they're going to throw you. You're going to be mobbed. I mean, it's like the Beatles or the Rolling Stones. All these women, Velvets, they're, those guys be like, just get that one, and then I don't ever want to see them ever again. So, yes, that's what it is. Now, do your experiment. Go 2 months without. I think your brain just needs a reset too. I'm not saying don't go dance and have some fun or go to your congresses. But I would say just, there's got to be something you want to do aside from dance. Go and do it. It doesn't have to be anything productive. You want to binge on video games. Go binge on video games. You want to go for a hike. Whatever it is you want to go do that. That's your next hobby for the next 2 months. And then come back and revisit the gals. You'd be like, oh yeah, you might probably have sex again, and then there you go. It's good. You can have sex anytime you want. It's like a little cash machine, but it's unlimited funds for you. But yeah, stop flooding your system with sex. It might take care of it. Now, where you get to this, where you're becoming numb to it all, is this a normal problem to just stop caring at all about women? What would you recommend to become interested in actually dating and liking women? Is it just I haven't met the right one? Sometimes I just feel out of it. When it comes to women, I'll never be able to appreciate women like regular guys. Again, part of me kind of misses this. Well, how old are you again? You are I don't know your age even. I'm going to imagine you're probably prime age. You're not old. I'm going to assume you're just not old. Where is it? Okay, it doesn't matter. All right. I'm going to assume you're younger-ish, and if you're out on this dancing, the gals are probably predominantly 30 and under, certainly 35 and under. So these are younger gals. All right. This may shock you, but today's caliber of women is not exactly marriage material. And the gals that want to sleep with you on a one-night stand or just throw them in there, they may not also. Now, they could be. I'm not saying they aren't, but they see the glamour, and again, they're not really there for you. You don't exist personality-wise, psychologically-wise. They see a jacked-ripped dude who can protect their children if they were to have any with you. And they see all the attention that they get. You have power. You have control. You are a high resource provider. Not to mention you'll get them all the attention. Oh, they'll like shoot up that heroin on the dance floor. I've seen it, man. That's kind of what they're going after. So your selection bias is well, not only do you have selection bias that skews towards narcissists and party girls, which aren't necessarily narcissists, but they're not the marriage material. What was I going to go with? Skews to, you're fishing in a horrible generation, a horrible pond you're fishing in. Most of these gals, guarantee you, on their profile, you go look at their dating profile, it's all empowerment, me, woman, career, you know the standard drill, of which that pretense they'll drop for you, a little bit. But there's take the sex out of it. You're not only probably getting sick of sex, you're sick of the tiring, boring, vapid conversations you're having with these girls. If you're having any kind of intellectual conversation with them at all. And to be a ballroom dancer, not necessarily guy or guy, you got to pay attention. It's a cultured, borderline intellectual pursuit. So you're no dummy. You got character. But the gals don't see that. They just see pretty shiny object. So you're probably not having great conversations. You're not connecting on a psychological, mental, or emotional level. It's just sex, which most guys want, but you've gotten your fill of that. So what you got to do, and maybe here you really want to try a curveball. Why not going forward? You ask, okay, so the 2 months you're not going to have sex, right? Why don't you try and date a girl out of your comfort zone, outside of the dance community? Like approach a girl in person, not online. And you don't tell this woman your real name. She can't Google. You give her a fake name, maybe your first real name, but then your fake name, kind of a prince and a pauper type of deal. And you're what do you do for a living? You're a coder, you're a programmer. Okay. Nothing exciting. Something you can fake. And go on dates with girls and try to have a conversation with them. Okay. And you're not going to have sex with them for 2 months. All right. You're just not. You're going to have to commit to that. Say, you know what? I like to get to know women a little bit. They're probably going to throw themselves maybe at you if they like you. You certainly got a good physique. You say, yeah, I just, I take things a little bit easier, take things a little bit slower. And that is going to remove all this variable of sexual attraction with these other gals. And it's going to focus on personality. All right. So they're not seeing you for the dancer or the attention whoring that they can get. They see you as this otherwise good-looking guy who's a programmer. And now you got to deal with personality and intellect and charm, charisma. You got to deal with that actual woman. Take them on dates. You're not having sex. Just find out about them. All right. And one, unfortunately, I'm going to predict is going to be like, oh, they're pretty boring and vapid and stupid too. It is not going to be the Disneyland anywhere. You find your wife who works with the orphans and is also a computer programming genius. It just isn't going to have it. That's not going to happen. It might. But the point I'm trying to is like remove the sex from it. Go on trying to have conversation, personality. And you might find a gal. Okay, maybe you're not a match, but not all women are stupid. There's some smart gals out there. Some of her even leftists too. They can shut up and yapping about the damn cop politics. But just go and try and have a normal conversation and see if there isn't a gal whose psychology and personality you can get along with. And get what you're probably starving of is actual intellectual stimulation, like a nice gal who's just nice and pretty and sex isn't even an issue on the table. Where you find these girls, I don't know, go out. I don't know what your environments are or where you go hunting. But yeah, you're not having sex for 2 months. You can go ahead and date. Do not pull from the dance scene. Do not pull from the internet. You are Joe Blow, average programmer, dirty. And there's a cute girl at the bus stop. You say, hey, you want to get dinner sometime? And I'll meet you here at this day, this time. And just conversation and see where that's going. But then also don't have any expectations. Because here's the other thing. we can whittle away the sex, remove that variable, and then try and focus on finding you a gal that might be intellectually stimulating, that you can actually fall in love with, which would be the larger point. You're like, wow, hey, how are you? Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I have sex with you, but man, you're just this great gal I want to be around with. This is great. Which it's 1 in 100 of those, 1 in 120, frankly, to be honest, that exists like that. But you're as good as you are dancing, you're gonna have to develop again charm. You're gonna have to develop like conversation skills, and this is probably what you're gonna go and look and aim for. This is ultimately what you would probably like, because yeah, you can get sex anytime you want. And so then if you know, I just haven't met the right, yeah, you haven't met the right one. You're unlikely to find the right one, especially in this environment. Okay, women are, we've had, I don't know how many topics of conversation and posts or videos about this. Women are more concerned about their career. We're more concerned about their education. Women don't even, I mean, me, my ex-husband's kids, and me, and maybe you'll run into some of that. But yeah, I think just regular dating again would probably be healthy for you. Cutting out the sex just to see, you'll get yourself like, oh yeah, I want it. And then maybe you can have like this bifurcated market or this dual dating strategy where if you want sex, you go dancing. You just get sex and you pull from that anytime you want. But then if you want to find an intellectual girl, your name is Phil Fidgetson and you are a general supervisor at a general place. Or you're well, don't do that. Then they'll try to follow up where you work. You're a contractor. You work for yourself. You work from home, whatever. Tell them something that you can prove the lie to. And then just try and find smart girls. And the only way I can hopefully, because it is a futile endeavor, more or less. You want to find that gal where you're like, you love her. You're like, I will fucking murder everyone for you. You're going to have to do a lot of day game or in-person game. Go online, come up with a completely different dating profile, completely different picture. Not one that they can image search. Take completely separate pictures that are not have anything to do with your social profile or social media profiles. Change a name and then set it. I want a girl who is libertarian, conservative, or I don't know, is there an option? Not a Marxist, leftist, rabid feminist. Maybe you even meet these gals in your hobbies and you go shoot down at the gun range. Oh, there's a cool gal at the gun range. What do you do for a living? I work at home. Doing what? Things. My name's Phil Fidgetson. And so, yeah, so just withdraw from the sex for a bit. 2 months without it. Date in the real world, not the dating world. And then after that, you should have your sex drive back up to go have sex. Go pull whatever chick you want for that evening. Maybe limit it to 1 a week. And then try to find that guy. Dude, it's a long haul and there's no guarantees. I'm just trying to be as efficient with it as possible. Set the range to nation. So I want a conservative gal, no debt, no other man's kid. And you're already whittling down in about, 5% of the age range of the girls you want to date. And then prepare yourself to be let down. Prepare. And you know what? Really start appreciating your guy friends. If you're younger, you're not even in your 30s yet, or you're not in your 40s, God almighty, appreciate your male friends while you got them. Go have fun with your buddies. Go get some hobbies. Just withdraw a little bit. I just haven't met the right one. Yeah, you haven't met the right one. It's unlikely you will. Fellows of common women, never been able to date and appreciate women like regular. Yeah, fine. Here's a concept. Let the gal impress you. Let the girl impress you like, oh yeah, I did this thing. I came up with this, I don't know. I came up with this new dish. It's really kind of good. Would you like to try? Oh yeah, it's really good. Wow. Are you a culinary type of? Oh yeah, I do that. Oh, would you want to take a cooking class together? I mean, they're somewhere out there, I guess, but you're not going to find them salsa dancing because they could actually be those gals that are just so enamored with it. You're not going to find that out. The gals that got to know me like, oh, you really aren't all that great. No, I'm not. All right, is that it? Any super chats? No? Let me go through these. I gotta, hang on, let me get this up here. I go to the top. No. Boom. Perfect. All right. Hope that helps. See you guys later. Toodles.